people are tagged towards you?
I guess so, but I want to be shooting films. I haven't done enough work, so for me, every day of my life should be on a film set. As opposed to doing anything that doesn't lie at the core of what I do or what I'm doing this because of. So yeah, I'm trying to design my life such that now I just keep myself on my butt on the set. That's where I want to be. That's where I'm happiest. So that's next. Kill Bill goes on the floors end of this month, and yeah, so good exciting stuff is happening. Right now it's all about Ramleela, of course. I was checking my Twitter frantically to see if there are any reports coming from Dubai, which is where it releases, a day prior. Not yet, but I heard the morning shows in Dubai did very well. There was one message on my Twitter. Ramleela takes Dubai by storm.
Nothing in my life has changed, honestly. I mean, of course I'm asked about it wherever I go, when I do interviews, when I read the papers, magazine covers, but it's not changed my life, or my life has not changed, or I don't act or behave differently because my films are doing well. Because honestly, Ramleela might be releasing today, but right now I'm already 6 months ahead. Because that's just the way our life is, and that's how I've always liked for it to be. Of course, I'm emotionally attached to my films, but I also think that you can't get so attached also to it that you need to basically, I think you need to have an objective way of viewing your films. And because what can happen then is you can get carried away by the success, or you can completely get pulled down if the film doesn't do well. So I think once the film is done, and once the promoter, like today's one day before release, right now there's nothing that you can do. The film is gone, you've promoted also the film as much as you can. Now it's really gone, it's people are going to start watching the film today, and so now this is the time where you have to learn to start letting go. Of course you'll get calls from people that it's a good film or a bad film or whatever, everyone's opinion on the film. But that's now their opinion and their take, and of course it will be nice if they have only nice things to say. But you also have to move on. So it's great, all the success, that the films have done well. More than for me, I think for Sanjay Singh. Because I think that he truly is one of the finest that we have in our country, and I think people write him off unnecessarily when films like Sabre and Guzarish didn't do well, but people conveniently forget the fact that his actors still have won Best Actor awards for their performances. And what I respect him for is the fact that he dared to do something different. He dared to make a film that was blue and dark and in a world that was left for us to imagine. Or a film like Guzarish, he dared to make that kind of a film when he was coming out of films like Black and Devdas and Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, where he could have easily played it safe. He still chose to stand by what he believes in. And in spite of having two films that didn't do well, to come out there and to still keep making films, because that's all he knows. He lives and breathes cinema. I just spoke to him on my way here, and he's so excited and he's so emotional that right now my only feeling is that I just hope that this film does well for him. It's been a great journey for the two of us also. It's been an emotional roller coaster working with him, because you never know what to expect. Every day on a film set is a new day. We've never planned or rehearsed what are we going to do the next day. He doesn't function like other directors. He wants you to come on set, have your breakfast on set, take your time, then come to set, we'll discuss what scene we want to do the blocking and everything, then have a lunch break, then get into hair and makeup. We'll do 1 shot, 2 shots a day, pack up at 9 o'clock. So he's just, he's not stressed about money and time and deadline, and because he just goes with the flow, and he wants to give everything that he has learned or everything that he knows about cinema into every single day.
Mr. Bansali's film is a bit different. He enjoys more than most. His process is unlike any other, and he's very, very unique in the way he directs you. What he expects of you, what he demands of you. He will nichod, and not just an actor, any person who's working on his film. He draws the creativity out of creative people more than anyone else, which is what sets him apart. And you can see that in his film. Regardless of the fate of the film at the box office, his films always have cinematic merit, whether it's in the performances, or the music, or the lighting, or the cinematography. It's also the cohesive whole that either hits the mark or not, which is why it appeals to a broad audience or not. That's regardless. You'll never find a film of his that lacks cinematic merit. He is a real artist, a cinematic artist.
If people say that Ramleela is that quintessential love story that we haven't seen in years, where two lovers find for each other, and that dard wala, we've not had that kind of an intense, passionate love story in a very, very long time. And if people hopefully will look at Ramleela like that, and hopefully they'll want to watch it again when they want to feel love or revisit love or feel like watching a love story. I hope Ramleela is that movie that they pick